Okay, I see. All right, Tia, can you hear me now? Okay, I see. Can you hear me now? All right, I think it's okay. True. Hear me now? All right, I think it's okay. True. Hear me now? All right, I think it's okay. True. Hear me now? All right, I think it's All right, welcome everybody. So this is a live event on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. Welcome everybody. So we are also live on Instagram. So let's make sure everybody can actually hear me. Sure. Let's see. Oh, so let me go. Let's see. Go live here. Yeah. All right, so we're going to be taking question and answers from everybody. All right, guys on Instagram, if you can hear me, please let me know. So this is we are live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So comment below, let me know where you're joining me from. I see that Tia Wilson is joining from YouTube. Let me know where you're joining from. Guys from Instagram, let me know where you're joining from. I see you. See Echo. I see ink paper. What's your name? I can. All right. So this is a live event. We're gonna be discussing real estate. We're gonna be answering any of your real estate questions and answers, and I'm gonna be providing whatever I know to answer a question. So all you have to do is yeah, thank you, my man. I see you, Suleiman. So all you have to do is let me know your question. I will be able to answer that. We are trying to be doing this live every Friday. Goal is Tia. Thank you from Houston. I see you. I see you. Uh, the goal is to answer, your real estate questions. What is going on in the market? You back from taking action, and see how I can help. So that is the purpose of this. So if you are here, let's start with yeah. Type your what is going on. What questions do you have regarding real estate, and what is holding you back from actually achieving your real estate goals. So either is you want to buy your first home, you want to invest, or you just have a question. So go ahead. Let's go. While we're waiting for the questions to start popping in, maybe I'll do a quick intro. I am Wale Lawal. I'm a real estate agent. I'm also a real estate investor here in the Houston area. I've done a lot of real estate investment strategy, like buy and hold, fixing and flipping, wholesaling. I've also done some partnership. So I am a very busy agent here in the Houston area. So and I'm trying to share whatever I know to help anybody that will be that will uh, want to benefit from whatever I know. So that's it. If you don't mind, keep the question coming. So Gold Star Success is asking, is the market going to crash? What do you think? Wow. This is a very common question in the last, I think in the last, from the beginning of this year, everybody has been asking, hey, Wale, do you think the market is going to crash or what is going on? The quick answer is no. Gold Star Success, the answer is no. The market is not going to crash. Real estate operates on the fundamentals. So anytime that the fundamental is not being followed, that's where people typically fall into problem or issues. So number one is people also need a place to live. So whatever happened, you need a place to live. So if you're buying a real estate, either for investment purpose or for where you're gonna live primarily, is still a good idea. It's not gonna crash. So also in 2008, people were thinking what happened in 2008 is gonna repeat itself. I'm sorry to to disappoint you that that is not the case here. It's not gonna happen. In 2008, the lenders were lending money based on a very shabby and irresponsible lending practice. They were lending money to someone that is struggling to pay their $1,000 or $1,500 monthly rents. They were borrowing them money, like up to $1 million. So, and without any fundamentals to make sure that these people can actually afford that mortgage, or without any proof that they can actually consistently pay their mortgage without any issue. So, and typically when people have financial difficulty, they typically will just, what, this house is a burden to me. I couldn't even afford it in the first place. They will just let it go. And that's when those property go to foreclosure. But in this case, in 2022, people are borrowing money because they qualify. Lenders will ask you for a lot of documents. They will ask you for your tax return, your pay stub, your W-2 from last year. They ask for your what's it called, and maybe even verify your employment to make sure you are actually employed. And also they want to see your credit score. All these things they are asking is to justify that you can actually afford to buy that house. So they are borrowing money to people based on a very, very solid fundamental that yes, if we borrow Mr. John Smith $1 million to buy his dream house, we want to make sure that yes, Mr. John Smith can actually afford it. So that is what is going on. In 2008, that discipline, that fundamental was thrown to the bush, and that was what happened. So real estate market is not crash. If you're willing to take action or something has been stopping you, I would like to jump on the phone with you and see how I can, get you going. I don't want you to get stuck. So let's see. So Tia is saying that thanks for taking my question, Wale. Tracking what we are starting to see a sign of housing market correction. I just bought a property in the U of H. I'm planning to buy, but concerned about it. Oh, good deal. Congratulations. So I don't understand what BRR mean. BRRRR. So B and 4 R's. So Tia is actually saying that she just bought a house in the U of H area. U of H is University of Houston area. That's a good one. Good location, very gentrifying neighborhood. Congratulations to you. And she's planning to, I don't know if Tia is a male or female. So the Tia is trying to buy the property. So BRRRR actually means when you buy a property that needs some work. So typically it could be a single family home, it could be a two family, which is duplex, it could be a three family, which is a triplex, it could be a fourplex. So what Tia is going to be doing is to be adding value to the property. So BRRRR means you buy, you rehab or you remodel, then you rent it, then you refinance. If you most of the time you borrow the money either from hard money or private money or even your personal money, you can use your personal money. Then you refinance to free up that cash. So you can now go and repeat. The last R is repeat. So buy, remodel, or you call it rehab or repair. The other one is you rent it to a tenant and you refinance it to free up the cash so you can use it again and you repeat. So that's BRRRR. So she's going to be doing that strategy. It's a common strategy in the real estate investment world for those that want to be very creative. But I do have to mention the BRRRR is not for everybody. If you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the risk tolerance, you don't have to BRRRR. So because if you do BRRRR, um, you do need to make sure that you have the energy to manage the contractor, you have the risk tolerance to, to, if something happens, you can easily go over budget. So let's say you're planning $40,000 for your repair, but something you just completely did not know, or your contractor just did not see at the beginning, and now that issue has been uncovered during the process of rehab. You do have to make sure to correct them before you can continue. So it's not for everybody, but hey, congratulations. What is your concern? You said, but I'm concerned about it. I don't understand your concern. If you can actually be specific, let me know exactly what you're concerned about. Is it the process? Is it is it like you don't have resources to help you? What is your concern? For you to have able to ball one, you probably have some education. So let me know what exactly is the concern. So Tia, if you don't mind, let me know. All right. So also she's saying that we are seeing that downtown Houston has some still pretty stable price inventory wise. Yes, you definitely downtown Houston. It's a good place to buy if you really want to target the millennials. But if you're looking to capture the older demographics, you may want to be thinking about suburb like KD Cypress, the Woodland Spring, and all those areas. So my numbers now should show, I should my numbers to make room for correction. I'm not sure what exactly your question is. You said my number now, should I adjust my number to make room for correction? I don't know what your number looks like. So if you share your number with me, I can tell you what I've done a couple of burn myself, so and I know that it's a very good strategy, but you still need to manage it. For like maybe depending on the what's it called, depending on how big the rehab is, it can take you up to 2 months, 3 months, depending on how big the job is. But typically, I don't like to do any project that would take me more than 3 4 weeks. So that is the what is going on there. So next question is from answer that one. Keep your question coming. So we're answering questions regarding real estate. Gold Star Success ask a question if the market is going to crash, and I let Gold Star Success know that it's not going to crash. So if you don't mind, if you can also probably put your name so we actually know, like Gold Star Success. I want to believe that's not your real name. So Tia Wilson. So let me know your numbers now. Another thing I've also been hearing is that do I need 20% down payment to buy a house? This is a very common question. No, the answer is no, you don't need 20% to buy a house. As a matter of fact, I won't say you don't need any money because that might be misleading, but you don't need more than 5% of the purchase price to buy a house. Of course, this is a house you want to live in. Maybe even 3%, you can buy a house, a primary resident, and you can live in the house. There is there are other strategy as well. We call house hacking, where you can live in one of the units and you rent out the other units. So let's say you're buying a triplex as a primary resident, you're going to live there. After if you buy a triplex, which is a 3 units, you live in unit A, then you can rent out unit B and C. You rent out unit B and C. When you do that, that will allow you to live in the property almost for free if the price point is low. So what does that mean to you? It means that the tenant living in unit B and C are actually paying your mortgage for you, while you benefit from all the good stuff that real estate has to offer. I'm actually I have like two clients that are going through that process with me right now. One is a fourplex in Cypress, Texas, and they're actually going to be using a VA loan. VA loan allow you to put 0% down payment. So that's the beauty of it. So you don't need 20% to buy a house. That's a very, very misconception. I wish that can really, really be, turn around. People can just stop thinking about that, because that has stopped a lot of people from actually buying their house, and they've lost out on all the appreciation that they will have acquired over the years because they keep saving for that 20% down payment. And we all know how difficult it is to save money. So so you don't need 20% to buy a house. That's a big one there. You can buy a house with 0% down payment. You know, there is a VA loan people can use. You can buy a house with FHA with as little as 3.5% down payment. And you can actually use one stone to kill two birds. You can buy a property you're going to live in, which is going to be your primary residence, and also use it for an investment property as well. One way to do this is you buy a single family home with a 4 bedroom, 3 baths, or 2.5 baths, or even 2 baths. You live in the master bedroom, rent out the other 3 rooms. And those tenants in the other rooms are actually paying the mortgage for you. So, for example, you buy a single family home with a 4 bedroom, 2.5 baths in Spring, Texas for $300,000, right? When you do that, you live in the master bedroom. The other 3 rooms, the tenant pay you about $800 times three. That would be 2,400. Your monthly mortgage payment probably will be 2,400 or less. So what does that mean? If you pay utility and everything, you probably will be living in that house for free. So that's with a single family, and you can do it with 4 unit, 3 units, and all those things. But anything above 4 units is considered commercial, and they will not allow you to use it as your primary resident. Or if you want to do that, you can do it, but you're going to be paying putting down 25%. So that's the way to go about it. You do not need 20% to buy your primary resident but for most investment property, you do need 20%, 25%, or more to buy them. So that's an investment property. But for a primary resident that you're going to live in, all you need is 3%, 3.5%, 5%, or you can put 20% down if you want to escape the PMI. Because anything less than PMI, you pay, sorry, anything less than 20%, you pay PMI every month, which is called private mortgage insurance. So, yeah, that's it. Let me go back here. So, Tia, you're saying that I guess my bottom line question was we are seeing dramatic correction as far as dropping price like in Austin. I price reduction for sure, but I'm not sure if it's dramatic or if it's drastic. I'm seeing some price reduction because of interest rate. So let me probably, you know, take this deeper a little bit. So it is not going to crash. Let's understand that. I've explained the fundamentals of how real estate crash. When people borrow what they cannot afford, hence, in times of difficulty, the first thing that they will let go is their house. Hence, the bank would take the house back, right? If the bank take it back, bank that borrowed them the money or the lender, as the case may be, take back the house, they would try to sell it in an auction. If they couldn't sell it, then they take it back to their portfolio. It becomes REO. REO means real estate owned. That's the process of foreclosure. So foreclosure is a process, not actual, stuff. But what does that mean to a typical home buyer? It means that if you cannot afford a $500,000 house, then go for what you can afford. And that is what is happening now. The lenders will not borrow a borrower money if they are sure, or all the evidence is pointing them that this borrower cannot afford a $4,000 mortgage, for example. If they can afford a $2,000 mortgage, that is what they're going to approve that borrower for. So that being said, now there is no dramatic housing correction. I don't think it's dramatic. I just believe that interest rates went up, so affordability reduced. So what does that mean? If somebody can qualify to buy a $400,000 house with a 2.5% interest rate, now the interest rate is 4%. So it means they may not qualify for $400,000 again. Now they will qualify for about $320,000. That is what is typically happening. It means that affordability is no longer there. It's now become a little bit expensive to buy that house that somebody will have bought with a 2.5% interest rate. They will be able to buy a bigger house because the payment will be the same. But now interest has gone up, and it means that the monthly payment has gone up too. If you cannot afford the monthly payment, then it's good to come down in terms of your purchase price. So you don't want to be house poor. House rich and pocket poor is where you use all your life savings to just buy a house that you're living in. So house should be enjoyed, not be a stress for you. There's price correction for sure, but prices are not like dropping dramatically that will tell you that something is going to crash. we do need a correction. Don't get me wrong. We need a correction. We need we need the housing market to balance. We need a playing ground for everybody to play. Like the buyer and seller need to have equal opportunity. 2020, 2021, even till March 2022, it was purely sellers market. That is, every house that you put on the market, they're just flying off the shelf. They're getting over asking price. But that has changed now. Houses are sitting on the market for good amount of time now. Sellers are more motivated to sell to you. It doesn't mean they will sell it at a huge discount. It just means that if you are serious and the seller is also motivated, you can make a deal happen. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that they will give out the house for for far less than what it actually worth. So yeah, next question. Let me know. I hope can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, please type yes. Yes, if you can hear me, just type yes. So on from Instagram, we have I'm looking to buy 20 houses before the end of the year ends. Has to be 65% of the price. That's a good one. Sulaiman, I would say you should give me a call for sure. We can discuss it. 65% of the price. That's good. So you're looking for 35% discount. Well, that's a good one, but I would say it depends. Sulaiman is actually, asking on Instagram. So it depends. So 65% of ARV, I'm thinking that's what you're talking about. So um, it depends, but it may be possible for sure. Nothing is impossible. But I will also believe you're looking at value add. Value add is when you buy a house that needs some work and you go there and add the value to the house. Like you improve it. Maybe you need a new roof, a new siding, the flooring is bad, maybe foundation issue, it needs some painting, some light fixtures, some cabinets. So you go in there and fix all this problem. Now you've improved the value. That's what we call value add. So of course, it's a lot of work. It's not going to be something very easy, but 20 houses before the end of the year is very, very, you're very ambitious. I think I would like to, speak with you. Let's see how we can, help you achieve that for sure. Um, yeah, you say I should hit you up. I'll say you should hit me up. You have my number for sure. I would like to answer all your questions. I see you, Marvin. I see my friend here. I see Benko. Hi, Wale. This is Ben. Would you for hi Wale? This is Ben. Would you for a flip in this market? And sorry, I meant, would you do a flip in this market? Oh yeah. And if it's hard to find a property on the MLS to flip. Okay, cool. So Ben is asking me, am I going to flip in this current market? And also, if it's possible to find a property on MLS. It looks like I have a lot of investors on this on this call. I'm trying to make sure this is for everybody. But it looks like most of the questions are just coming from investors. So all investors that want to, or the new investors, people that want to invest in real estate. So I will answer your question. Will I flip in this current market? That's a very tough one. That's a very tough one. But yes, I will. I'll probably tell you I will. There is always a deal in every market. I just have to buy right. I have to make sure maybe buy like 65%, 60% of ARV, and the ARV now, this is the caveat here. When you're running the comps, you want to make sure you're not looking at comps over in this market. I probably will not look at comps over 80 days. What does that mean? You can't be looking at the comps in 2021 to make an assumption or reaching a conclusion that that's what is going to happen in 2022. You know why? Because from March 2022, the market shift from a seller's market, it came to like a neutral. Now it's becoming a buyer's market. Are you with me? So in this case, I will flip if I see the right opportunity, but I will definitely buy right, and I will make sure my ARV, which is after repair value, is very, very conservative. So for those that don't understand what a flip means you buy a property that needs some work, or maybe a little bit of work. It could be $1,000 worth of work, or it could be $100,000 worth of work. It doesn't matter. But a flip simply means you buy the property, you go ahead and do any repair needed, and you put it back on the market for sale for somebody to buy. That's a flip. If you decide to hold the property, it's called buy and hold. You hold it. That's what it means. So now the second part of the question is, would you find property on MLS? Yes, there's a lot of opportunity on MLS. So people always get have a misconception that because we are investors or because you're an investor and any property on the MLS, everybody have seen them. Hence, there is a lot of competition for you. Yes, that is the case in 2020, 2021, and some part of 2022, but that has changed now. Now, a good example or a good rule of thumb to follow will be any property that is sitting on the market more than 2 weeks, those are prime candidates for to go after. It means that now the sellers are becoming motivated to listen to you. They are becoming motivated to talk to you. They are becoming motivated to hear what you have to say. And if your number is close enough to what they're looking for, or maybe a little bit less, you might be able to make a deal happen. Yes. So MLS is still a very, very good source. Don't There's no deal on MLS. I find deal on MLS almost every day. Have to work with the right, people that know what they're doing. And of course, you have to run the comps to make sure that if it's going to be buy and hold, you have some equity in it. If it's going to be a fix and flip, you protect yourself. Should the market continue to drop, you don't want to. You want to make sure you are protected. So pretty much your ARV has to be very, very conservative. So if you're thinking the ARV should be $300,000, ARV again means after repair value. So if you're thinking ARV should be $300,000, I'll probably be conservative and say maybe like $270,000. So should anything happen, at least I have that $30,000 buffer to protect me. So, all right, so Lemon, yes, you give me a call on Monday for sure. I'll be to chat with you and see how I can get you going. So I have Fazali here. Hey, if you don't mind, we are discussing real estate. So, real estate question and answer. People have asked great questions. The biggest one I think is the market going to crash? No, the market will not crash. So, I'm displaying the question again here for guys on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. For Instagram, I'm using a live stream and it wouldn't allow me to stream live on Instagram for now, you know. So I'm doing this for my phone. So now, so yes, so Ben, give me a call too. I can discuss with you. I can send you some properties on MLS that will definitely cash flow or that you can use flip. But being a flipper, I don't know if that's your niche or that's your strategy. You do have to be very careful in this market because you can easily get burned if you pay too much. Then if the market continue to to drop, then you might eventually lose money, and I don't want you to lose money. So give me a call. Let's look at your strategy. Let me fully understand what you're trying to, and then we can definitely go from there. So, all right, guys. So let me know what questions you have. Let me know what is going on, what is stopping you, what are you thinking, and my goal is to add value to everybody here as much as possible. So let me know. So again, congratulations, Tia. Is this your first property, Tia? If you don't mind, can you can you let's see. Uh, uh, yeah, can you hear me? You can hear me? No, this is my second. Oh, that's a second. Do you want to discuss it? If you don't mind, Tia, click on that link I just shared. So if you want to discuss the property with me here, let's learn from it, see how we can dissect the deal, and able to answer your question even better. So, so yeah, if you want to join. Let me bring you in, share the deal with us, if you don't mind. All right. Next questions. Who do we have here? Let's see. This is Facebook. Where is Facebook here? All right. So, any other question we have here? We have. What else? What else? What else? So awesome. Thank you, Wale. I will direct message you shortly. Okay. Thank you, Ben. We're looking Ben will call you. Then okay, cool, 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 cool. So what else? What question? Hey Marvin, good to see you here, brother. What's going on? All right, all right. So what else? Sure. So let me know what question you have. We are discussing real estate. People have asked their own question. So another question I do hear from first-time home buyers. I don't know how many first-time home buyer we have here. Is that, hey, where do I even start? Where you want to start from? You start with your agent. If you don't have any agent, you can always do some research and get hold of one. But there's a lot of agent anyway, so I don't think it should be a problem getting an agent. And if you don't have one, I'll be willing to work with you. So you want to start with an agent. Once you start with that agent, you will be able to that agent will be able to tell you pretty much with the lender, because you need an agent and you need a lender. Both of them are the most important, plus you of course are the most important, are the very important key players to make sure that your house buying experience is successful. So you want to have an agent on your side and you want to have a lender. So but you do want to start with the agent, real estate agent. That real estate agent will connect you with their preferred lender to make sure that they get you a pre-approval. Then the pre-approval letter will be able to advise you on what you can actually afford. Instead of looking for a house of $1 million, maybe you can only afford $700,000. So you will have saved yourself good amount of time by talking to the lender first before you just start driving around the neighborhood looking for a house, or wasting your time to go open houses on a house that you cannot afford. So now, what is a Pixel said? Do you only work with clients in Texas? No, I am based in Texas, but I do have network of real estate agents all over the country. So regardless of your location, I can work with you. But I won't directly be your agent. I'll pretty much be referring you to any of my team members that, of course, that maybe I've trained, or that I have confidence in their work ethics, because I don't want them to screw you up, of course. So I'll make sure that they are very capable to help you, and I will be doing the connection. Of course, I will still be in the picture. I'll be in the loop until the end of the transaction, or even after the transaction. So yes, I work all over the country. I work, I international, because my broker is international. So we are in several countries, Canada, UK, Egypt, South Africa, you know, among other countries, India, Mexico. So if you have any real estate need, either in Texas here, in any state, California, New York, Maryland, Atlanta, so I have Marvin here. Marvin is one of my rock star agent I trust in the Atlanta market, Georgia generally. So definitely, we are everywhere. So hit me up, Mr. Pixie LH. So yeah, let me know. Not a first time home buyer, but new to investment property. Yes, for sure. Investment property, of course, like every other investment, you do need to know what you're doing. So education is a very, very big part of it. You can't just jump into it. You do need to educate yourself. You do need to know what you're doing. You do need to know how to analyze property. Either it's a flip or buy and hold. Even if it's a new build, you want to build a house from scratch and it be an investment property, you do need to analyze correctly, because if you don't do that, or you don't know how to do it, is the best recipe for disaster, or best recipe for losing money. So you do need some education. So yeah, hit me up. I will connect you with. I will of course understand your goal first and be able to connect you with any agent that will be able to help you. So Tia, you say you're going to chat. We can chat online. I will DM you. So I guess Tia doesn't want to, don't want to be on the camera. All right. So next one is all right, Dixie. Thank you, thank you. So I will definitely like to chat with you and see how we can help. My phone number is everywhere. If you follow me on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, you can easily grab my number, shoot me a text. Hey, just let me know you're on the call and mention your name, so that way I can pick it up from where we stop right now. But it's been a great one so far. Please ask any question you have. This is to add value for free and to get you going. I do not want to get stuck in any for no reason. I really want you to to get help and keep moving. So real estate has a lot of benefits, and which I'm sure maybe most of you probably have already read about it. The biggest one is appreciation over time. So if you buy a house, I was looking at the property today for a client. She actually bought it in 2013 for $168,000. Guess what? I just listed that property for her now for $345,000. So that's this one is even in Conroe, Texas. I'm like, man. So within 10 years, she has that property has doubled in value. So tell me which other investment vehicle would do that for you? You see that? So either you want to live in the house for yourself or you want to buy it as an investment. It's still the fastest and it's also very safe, that I know of. Trust me, I've tried a couple of things before I finalized into real estate. I did Bitcoin, I did transportation, I did Forex trading. I gave my money to somebody else to trade for me and it all failed. This is me opening the curtain now, right? So it all failed. So eventually I had to research more into real estate and I see that, okay, this is good. I can actually I like the fact that I also have a control. I like control. I have control over my asset. I don't have to, I don't have to give my money or something to somebody else. I know what is going on, and I can easily sell it if I want to sell it. I can do ELOC, use any equity I have in the home, free up that money, right? Free up that money and to use it for another investment or use it for another thing. So a lot of benefits with real estate. Of course, cash flow as an investor, we're always looking for cash flow. Just make sure you buy in the good neighborhood. So also depreciation. Now, this is a quick one. When people mention depreciation in real estate, it's not the opposite of appreciation. It is not, because this is another very common misconception. When they said depreciation, it is not the opposite. Like, oh, it's appreciation is going up, now it's depreciation. No. So depreciation is from tax code. The IRS tax code believe that the property you bought in 2020, in 2022 is gradually losing its what's it called? The structure is wearing out. So a house that was bought in 2000 and 2022, that's about 22 years old. That house will not be, in its best shape as the one that was bought in 2021 because they're about 21 years apart, right? So that is the belief of the IRS that, your house is actually depreciating in terms of its structure, not in terms of the value. So hence there is a IRS code that can allow you to write off those depreciation. There's also a advanced strategy that is called cost segregation, where you kind of like bring a cost segregator to analyze your property and tell you how much you can write off pretty much. But that's an advanced strategy for people that really know what they're doing in real estate, and it does cost money to bring that expert to come and do that for you. So among other things, real estate still one of the best investment vehicle out there. It is a very solid path to build wealth. It's very safe if you do it right and if you get the right education, of course. You should not jump into it if you don't have education. And you don't have to walk the path alone. That's why, I'm here. That's why you have the likes of other people that are also crushing it, that can definitely get you on the right track and help you get. So I do not want you to lose money in real estate because I have lost good amount of money, which is a hard lesson learned. But you don't have to make that mistakes on your own. So yeah, that's it. Any other question we have here? Let me see what we have here. Da-da-da. All right, what do you have? Sunshine, Mrs. Sunshine, good to have you. What do you have? Let me wave at you. All right, folks joining from YouTube, from Facebook, what do you have? Let me know. I want to make sure I answer everybody's question, or even concern. It doesn't have to be question. It can be a concern as well. So hi Wale, hi. Okay, hey, Facebook. Wale, I salute. Thanks to the. All right, guys from YouTube, from Facebook, Instagram. All right, so Melissa, I see you. What else? Albert, I see you, Albert. So, uh, good deal. So, what other questions do we have? Okay, I believe if there's no any other questions, I will probably be rounding it up. We have Albert on the line. Albert is my preferred lender. So, if anybody also need a mortgage, you can hit me up. I'm going to connect you with Albert. I'm going to connect you with Harvard, and we will see how we can get you going. So, Stella, I see you. Thanks for joining. Melissa, Harvard, Wale Odufuye. I see Wale Odufuye from, I think, from Nigeria. What else? Yeah, Pixel from on Instagram. So, Tia, again, don't forget to hit me up. Let me look at the deal for you and see how we can, get you going. So, any other questions from anywhere, from anybody? All right. So I think if there is no any other questions, I will probably bring this meeting to an end. We will be doing this every week. So please invite everybody to join. It is free. You don't have to pay anything. And bring any real estate question you have, any concern you have. It could be money, it could be resources, it could be education. Just, bring it out, share it with anybody, share with me, because I believe a problem that is shared is already half solved, right? I may not even have the solution or the answer to the question, but at least I will be able to connect you with the resources or somebody that will be able to help you to solve that problem. So do not hesitate to, your concern. Again, it's going to be every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, that is Houston, Texas time. Um, to invite anybody and everybody that would like to learn about real estate or have any real estate question. The goal is to add value and provide value as much as possible. We want to really help you. So again, if there's no any other questions, I will be ending the live session now. I really enjoyed answering you guys questions. Don't forget to join next week. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.